/ the Deputy President, Nigerian Labour Congress. All high-ranking officials of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the maritime sector, you are all highly recognized. The representative of my managing director, Mrs. Sarah Bala, my dear friend and rep of the DG Nimasa, Oga Liu. I doff my hat for everybody here, and I believe we are all comrades, and for that reason I will normally do my camaraderie greetings as the practice taught us. Isoweto, Isoweto, Africa. Well, I've been told to speak on the most popular topic in Nigeria's economic balance, which is blue economy. But if we want to take it in totality, we'll say marine and blue economy. Well, blue economy, broadly speaking, marine and blue economy, broadly speaking, entails the economic advantage that is derivable from our littoral endowments, including its immediate environment. So while talking about the marine itself, we are also talking about the ship-shore interface. So the extent to which you have taken advantage of these resources to the economic development, to the social mobilization, and to a large extent, even the political enhancement of a nation may be referred to as taking advantage of marine and blue economy. To those of us in the maritime sector, those who are port biased, the entirety of the activity that a port carries out falls under a marine economy. The ship building, ship reception, stevedoring, fabrications, fishing, and what have you, all constitute blue, marine and blue economy. In fact, the exploitation of underwater resources along the continental shelf are also elements of the marine and blue economy. In this instance, we are talking about the overlap and interference between marine economy and aquaculture in some instances. For aquaculture, the agriculturists will say they are in charge. But broadly speaking, they are all benefits that are derivable from marine and blue economy because they are underwater resources. And when you are talking about the maritime environment, you cannot remove the underwater resources from maritime environment. So the challenge before us is, as members of the core maritime industry, where do we start to draw our benefits, and where do we stop to identify those areas that we can say are exclusively under our jurisdiction? Economy is generally the ability of you to combine human and material resources towards bringing about some form of commercial or business interest for human benefit. So, the maritime workers, bringing them down to economic benefit and importance. You have them as the seafarers. If they are not on board a vessel, the vessel cannot do its business. So the economy that is derivable from the movement of vessel is affected and impaired because there are no seafarers. You have the dock workers. Without the dock workers who play the role of loading and unloading of cargo from vessels and other areas within the maritime jurisdiction, that economy is constrained. And the benefit that is derivable from expedient cargo handling will rub on the country either positively or negatively, depending on the actions of the dock workers. The symbolism of today's event does not just end with launching of the Maritime Workers Union magazine, but it goes to show the strength of the Maritime Workers Union. There is an NLC strike, but the one that is pinching the nation most is the closure of the port and the maritime corridor of the nation. The gateway to the nation's economy as we speak is under lock and key. And because it is under lock and key, the economy of Nigeria is at a standstill. Marine and blue economy in motion. Marine and blue economy, no reception of vessels, no goods being moved to manufacturers, because the gateway to our national economy is under lock and key. We as government persons who by coincidence of personality is also a comrade, we are using this forum to appeal to the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress to please give the maritime sector of the country special dispensation when we want to take very hard decisions. We should give this sector special dispensation. If I have to connect the GDP contribution of the maritime sector, marine and blue economy to Nigeria, I'll give it 78%. Because if you refuse for crude loading, Nigeria economy is grounded and it is zero. And without the marine and blue economy, the crude oil cannot be moved to where they are needed. Without marine and blue economy, refined products cannot also be received in this country. We can talk on and on and on. We've talked about mining, even for miners. When you mine, which was the reason why the Oyibo people built railway from hinterland to touch on the water. So the will, the heart, and the soul of our economy as a littoral state is rested squarely on blue economy. If I receive a special consultant request, we will sit and we'll tie the marine and blue economy to everything that we do in Nigeria, including our social activities. When you see the boat regatta in Calabar and other places, that is an important element of tourism that the marine and blue economy supports. So, everything Nigeria, everything economy is marine and blue economy. And finally, I appeal to the current movers and shakers of the country to please allow marine and blue economy to breathe. Thank you so much.